Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Bahaj. That is the Webflow part 3. Today I am guiding you more things about the Webflow, how you can use the different widgets, and we will discuss about that how we can make sections, and we will discuss about the form as well, and let's explore this more in detail and let's see. So let's start this. Okay. The last time, as I am explaining you how you can add a different section in my previous video in a part 2. So you see here, if you want to create any section or anything, so you simply need to add any section here in the website first, and then you able to add the different like widgets here as well. Okay, so if you want to add the different components or different widgets, so elements like they in the Webflow, these are the elements. So if you want to add a new elements, you just need to click add element. Okay, and in that way you can easily add different elements here. So you see here, right now there is a different element in this Webflow. uh, you see, there is a div blog, there is a list, there is a list item, and there's a link blog, there is a button, and in the typography section we have a heading, paragraph, text link, text blog, blog code, rich text, and in the CMS, if you have a collection list, then you can easily add from here as well. I will guide you in the in the upcoming videos about this, how we can create this collection list and the other things. Okay, so in the media, we have images, video, YouTube link, and the lottie animation. That is a really like a best feature in the most of the website. If you are working in a WordPress Elementor, so you also find this lottie animation. That is a really advanced feature nowadays. You can create a different animation through this, and there is a forms. There are form blocks, label, input, and our file upload, text area, checkbox, and these are all fields that is related to the form. And if we scroll down a little bit, we see there is a, in advanced, we have a search option, background video, there is a drop down, embed. If you want to embed anything like a code, you have any iframe or anything, you can use this one. And that is in the premium feature, like that, because I am using the Webflow free version, so that's not available. If you have any paid version of the Webflow, so you can use this embed feature as well. And there's a light box, and there's a nav bar, and the different more feature as well. Slider is the most component that you need in the home page of any website, and or anywhere you want to slide anything, so you can use this element as well. So if you have any contact page, and you can use this map as well. And there's a tab options, you can easily add a different tabs. Okay, so in that way you can easily use all of these widgets in the Webflow. So if you have any like section that contain like a different you said different columns or different a number of grid items you need, so if there is an option in the layout, you can easily use these. Okay, for example, let me add one section here. Okay, so okay, okay, let me drag and drop here again, or you can select this option as well. Simply selection cannot be, because here you see that that is if I select anything like this, so I'm not able to select add any section here in the section or in the column. So if you want to add a section, you just need to click on this section option on the top, and then in that way okay, so because if you select any section, and the new section is not adding in the same section, so you just need to do one thing, you just drag this here like this. Okay, and you just drop here. Okay, if you drop here, that is adding underneath this section. So and if you want to add more things, you just need to go into that, and you just add the container as well. Okay, so in that way, there is a section, there is a container, and you can also see this all of the structure from this here, these lines, these are the navigator. So in that way, if you want to go on a specific part, you can easily go from there. And like if I am go I want to go into this option, this container, so I simply just click on this lines and navigation, and then I go to this. If I want to edit the properties of this section, I just click on that, so that show me all of the section properties here. So I can, if I want to anything, like I want to give a padding is something like a space from the inner side, and the margin is from the outside of any section. uh, so in that way you can easily add the properties and the things here uh, in this. Okay, so okay, let me do one thing. Let me create a one section for you. Okay, so if I want like in a one container there is a different columns. Okay, so I just drag and drop here. So you see also structure here. If I am drag and dropping something, it's showing me on this other side as well. And here you see that if I drag and drop the column, so that show me the number of columns available and number of the structure of the column, and we can easily customize that. And for example, if I am creating a three columns layout, if I want, there is a one section that contain one thing and the other. So in that way, these all column contain the different items. So there are four columns that is dividing basically that is divided by the like you said 12 of that multiple of the 12. Like if you see that 4 4 4 plus, if you plus these alls, you can see that that is up to that is 12. So you just need to complete this the 12 figure. If you see that here, if I click on this one, so you see that here, that is 9 and 3, 9 plus 3 equal to 12. So in that way that is working. So let's move to the something new. Okay, if I add the three columns here, if I want something like let me add what I add, let me add something. Okay, for example, okay, let's start with the image. Okay, okay, sorry, you just need to drag and drop the, okay, as you see, and I just drag and drop the text block, and let me add that image here as well. For example, there is a one image on the top, this section that is contain one image on the top. And sorry, let me add this image here. Okay, so you just grab that, and simply that you drop here something. Okay, sorry. Okay, if I want to, like if I want this image to be in this section, so here you see that I drag and drop somewhere else, so that is not in the column. So I just need to grab this, and I just need to leave here in this column. So in that way you see that in that is showing in the first column. Okay, let's double click on this. Okay, if you double click on the image, and that show all the properties of the image, and you can choose the image from that library, that Webflow library. So you simply go to there. So there's a these are the all assets I upload. Let me upload the one new one, the big image. Okay, okay, as you see that I hover the mouse and it show me here how it's look like. So you just simply upload all the images whatever you want, and you simply go to that specific. Okay, so in that way you can easily for example, I add this image, that is a like a football image or something. Okay, and it's take a little bit time to upload here. Okay, and you see there is a different properties here as well. Like there is a all text if you apply it, and if you want that the load lazy load, you can also scroll apply this option here as well. uh, so in that way you can apply the different properties to any single image. So you can easily do in that way. Okay, now you see that the image is uploaded here. and whatever the dimension we want to apply, so that is already applied here. So in that way you can easily apply that image. Here you see that that is showing you the one warning, because that is saying the image file is very large, make the site load slower. So you make sure you upload the image in a low resolution, or maybe in a lower in the size specifically. Okay, so let me create a one section like the way you see that I add the one uh, this is some text inside the block, and you can easily edit the text of this block as well. You just double click on that. Okay, so in that way you can easily rewrite this text as well. Okay, let me keep in that way. Let me add a more paragraph, just copy and paste. Okay, and you can also like format this in the different ways, uh, like uh, like if I want that be a justified, like something it's cover all of the area. So in that way the text is cover here, but we want some space here as well. Like I want there will be a space at the bottom of this image. So you just need to go and see there is an option margin. Like let me give it 20 px margin from the bottom of this image. So in that way you can apply the space here in the bottom of that image. So let me add one heading here as well, so that looks cool in that way. Just drag and drop this heading here. Okay, and you make sure you drop the heading on the specific position where you want. If you grab that and you see there the lines come here and the blue lines, so in that way you see that the heading is showing there. Okay, so let me change the heading to h3. Okay, uh, okay, you need to go into setting again, and then just click on the h3. So that is according to h3, these are the headings. If you know about that heading structure, these are up to 6. Okay, so for in that way you can add the heading here as well, like the step 1 or anything you want, you just double click here. So if you want to change step step 1. Okay, so in that way I create this. Okay, this is step 1. And if I want to give a space from the bottom of this, so you simply that is already taken the space, as you see there, that is the default properties of this. And I want that will be a 20 px margin from the bottom of this heading. So I just apply that 20 px here. So in that way you can easily do that thing. Okay, if you want to copy this heading or image or text, you just simply click the heading, and then press the Alt button. And then once you press the Alt button, you see there is a plus sign with this arrow. So you see that, and where you want to paste that heading, you just drag and drop here. Like in the column 2, I just want this same heading in the column 2, so I just drag and drop something like this. So wait a second, it's loading, I think. Sometimes it's stuck, maybe due to you are copying this something, and that is make sure that is in a column 2 or column 3 where you want that. Okay, and in that way you can easily so in that way you can easily copy this heading, and if you want to copy this image as well, you just simply click on this Alt button, and you just drag the image in the another column. Make sure you place it correctly. Okay, so you just drop here, you see that you see this line, the blue line where that images goes, and in that way you can simply drag and drop the things, and make a new section, and make a new column with the same layout or same design whatever you created. So in that way you can manage the whole layout of the website, and in that way you can make things in a more fastest way, and you can do the setting, and you simply change this image, and in that way you can easily build the new layouts easily. And in that way you can, if you want to like same section or same things, so you don't need to create a design again and again, you just duplicate that and change this heading and a content. So in that way that is duplicate all of the sections, and the layout. So that's the thing you need to learn about that. That will depend on the design as well. Whatever the design you have, what you are creating, what more elegancy you apply on this. So you need to play with this, and make sure you apply different colors as well with these sections. And for example, if you want to apply the background color as well, so you need to make sure you need to go into this option in the background area. Like here you see that the background color that is a transparent right now, but I want the color is something like a grayish color. Some layout is the like light gray color. So you just drag it the color, and you, if you know the hexacode, you just draw copy and paste the hexacode here. So in that way you can you can select the color as well. And here you see that that's stick with this area, so you just need to go and apply some paddings here. Like I apply the 40 px padding, so you look, so you'll see here that looks good in that way. And you can apply the same padding on the top as well, uh, like here, like this. So in that way you can play with this the section colors. And here you see that you can add a color with this column as well, like white color I want. Let me apply the white color. So in that way you see that here that's white color is with the column. And if we apply the some different paddings from the left and right, and uh, so let's apply the 40 px 20 px padding from the top. I think top is 0 is looks good. And let me apply the padding from the left and right is a 20 px from the left, and 20 px from the right. So in that way, and we need to apply some padding from the bottom as well, so that text is not stick with this area. So in that way you can see that here that looks cool. And you can apply the different things, and you can play with this. And if you want like a round border, something like this, you just need to apply a border radius 10 px. So in that way it's look round and cool. And you can add some spacing as well. You just need to give a margin from that okay. You can select the other option. No, I think okay, that's fine, that's cool. Okay, so you just in that way you can easily build the layout, and you can play with this and make a attractive and nice layout. And you can if you need this section, you just right click and duplicate this section as well. If you want a more columns here, more items you have. So in that way you can create a different layouts and different things. And for example, let's create a one new section. And let me create a one form for you as well. First let's delete this. Okay, let's delete this, and let's add a one more section. Okay, just drag and drop here. Okay, and then we just need to okay, just drag and drop here. After this section is here now. And you just need to add one container as well. Okay, in this section. And then you just what about, let me create a one form for you. Okay, so for form you need to find the forms options. So whatever you want, like the form block, just drag and drop here the form block here. And okay, and just drag and drop the form block. Okay, like this. Okay, you just need to put it here in the container. So in that way you see the forms here. And you can duplicate the fields as well. You can make a more like text field and the label as well. Like for example, I right click here and duplicate this. Okay, in that way the email field is duplicate, and just I drag and drop here. So you see I just going to change this to subject. Okay, and if you want to same text field, you just right click here and duplicate. And you just drag it here, something like this. Okay, oh, make sure you put it in the correct place. Okay, So that's here. Okay, so this has, that is a subject, for example, and the name, email address, subject, and the submit form. So in that way you can fill the, you can create a one form as well. And for example, I want some margin from this here on the top. Let me create a, give a 40 px margin. Let me select the, first you need to select the correct correct section. So for example, that is the container. Okay, so I just want to give a space from the top, like 40 px, so that form is looks cool. So in that way you can apply the some spacing as well. And you can create a form and the other fields. Here you can see this is a success message, so you can change this message as well. And you just need to go into that. You can create a component for this as well. And you can create a different like success message or error message. You can create a text blocks for this as well. So for example, I hope you understand these widgets. You can play with this these widgets and make a sections and make a layouts and whatever you want. So I hope so that the part 3 is not too long. I hope I cover a lot of things. And if you have any question, feel free to let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank